Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. So I just wanted to give you a brief explanation of what I've been going through with the channel and the comments. So I think it's just, an ongoing onslaught of things going on in the channel. And I was just trying to do troll control. I'm not trying to stop people from commenting. I love your comments. And when I said, I don't need you to tell me about Marine Le Pen, I wasn't talking about constructive information. I was referring to some comments that I received that day that people were like, before you do a reading, you should first know who she is instead of defending her. That sort of comment. You shouldn't be defending. How was I defending Marie Le Pen? I don't understand that. So, when you dismiss it, I think people get emboldened, some people, and I know that a lot of them come from the other side, and they're using like psychology just to mess with you, pretending to be on our side, like our liberal thinking, but they're really not. And so it's just trying to do troll control. But I also know that a lot of people, even on our side, also have had a lot of things against my readings. So that it always has bothered me. I would say 99% of everybody on my channel is amazing that watches my videos. And I would say 100% of my subscribers are amazing. Like, I have no... If you're subscribed to me, I know that you're not who I'm referring to. I would say 100% of my subscribers understand exactly what my readings mean, where I'm coming from, understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to side with Republican thinking, with fascist thinking. It's unbelievable that I would have to explain this. So when I do readings, Taza cards, I try to do the readings from their point of view. So I usually, try to do the readings from how they see things, so that I could get a lot more information, because if you just do a reading on someone, you get so many perspectives. For me, it gets confusing, So that's why I do that. And sometimes when I'm reading, I go back and forth between what I think is going on in the reading and what they're seeing. So that might get confusing. I think that's something that I have to work on and explain. Sometimes I just get in the reading and then I'm like just talking and talking. I lose track that I should say, in my point of view, this is this. This person believes from their eyes, this is what they're thinking. So yeah, I'll have to, just to avoid any confusion. But the other thing too that I've noticed is, I'm sure a lot of other readers have similar issues, but I do have a very different issue. I read the Taza, and when I first started my channel, I know I had a lot of people that would eventually come back and say, what you're reading is from the devil. This is not anything from God. This is witchcraft. This is this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, what? So the tarot's okay, but my Tazas aren't? So, I've been there before. There's a lot of, prejudices against this. And this is why I bring in this book. It's called Of Love and Other Demons by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This is one of my favorite books. And the older I get, the more I can relate to this book. And thank goodness that El Gabo wrote this book. That's his nickname. And I read it so many times. I read it in Spanish, and I've messed it up. I tried to water my plant, and the water, what I did, the water leaked on it. But this is my husband's. I gave it to him for him to read too. And he really enjoyed it. So the reason I bring this book up is because in the book, if you want to read it, I highly recommend it. I think it's one of my favorite books. In the books, this little girl, her parents basically neglect her, and she's a white little girl, and her parents neglect her, and she is raised by Dominga, who's a slave, an African slave, and Dominga promises, prays to the Lord, please save her, and I will not cut her hair until she gets married. So she grows to have like really long, beautiful red hair, and Dominga loves her, and she loves Dominga. To her, Dominga is her mother. And actually, Dominga in Spanish means Lord, means goddess. So Dominga, the African woman in this story, is basically like a goddess because God is love. And in the story, she's the one that shows the little girl, Sierva Maria, she shows her true love.